Okay, let's have a quick little garden tour update thing, because it's been a while since I've been out here and we've done a lot of stuff. Doesn't really look like it, but we have. So yeah, let's see how things are going. So first thing all along here was massive cosmos that all flowered, that died. We pulled them out the other day and it looks so much tidier. This I can't remember the word. Pumpkin is now going great guns because it's got all the sunlight and stuff. I thought I saw we got flowers, but no pumpkins on there. I thought we had a couple, but maybe not. Okay. My new wheelbarrow, which became a necessity because to replace the wheels on this one was going to cost almost as much as a brand new wheelbarrow. Oh, there's my little shade cover thing, just keeps flying all over the yard. Okay, my son helped me. So I tied my two pieces of Rio mesh together, and then my son helped me set it up, and we've put in these two little garden beds here. So we're going to put a walkway through the middle and hopefully grow some flowers up this side here, and on this side here veggies of different sorts. So a lot of Okay, we did have some cucumbers in along here. Only one there has survived. These are an heirloom cucumber. They are doing really well. I believe this and this are loofahs, so they probably have to come out. We've got some tomatoes. So after I tried to grow a whole bunch of tomatoes and nothing grew in these pots. So I actually just emptied the pots in on this bed when I was finished filling it. And so those guys there obviously are seeds that didn't germinate and have now. Oh dear, we got some powdery mildew. I'll have to start treating that every day. So something's been eating all of them. So this one here and this one next to it have 0 leaves left. But these two back here, other than their powdery mildew, which is just new today, have not really done much, have been damaged much, so they look like we may get some fruit, who knows. And I did, so in that this empty space in here, I put some seeds, like there's basil, maybe some marigolds, a few other things. Now this one has, let's see, this tomato here, which probably needs to be staked, and this tomato here, which they're both heirloom varieties, I think. We picked them up for $1 each at Bunnings. But then you can see all of these places where something has dug in here. This was neatly covered with mulch. It is now not, because I sprinkled blood and bone through there as I was building the bed. And one of my dogs has become obsessed with it, and I catch him in here with his face buried in the dirt constantly, driving me bonkers. So all of my first row of lettuce have all finished. My succession ones I've had a variety of success with. They're coming up. My first tomatoes, one was ready to pick, and I went to check on it and something had eaten, a caterpillar had gone into the bag and eaten all 3 tomatoes in the bag. So I've been a bit tighter with the way I have. Look, something has dropped poop on top of that bag, but hopefully it hasn't gone in there. I'll have another look around and see if I can find that caterpillar. But I'm trying to be a bit more careful with the way I bag them now. And it looks like there's some bad leaves down the bottom I've got to pull out there. But we've got little tomatoes coming everywhere, and this alyssum is usually looking beautiful, but it looks like something has chewed on that as well. And there's the beautiful purple alyssum flowers. This one is coming back. It nearly died in the other place it was. Look, we've got one little chili there, but it is coming back to life since I've moved it over here. And I moved it here because this one has just, it's tiny, but it's loaded with chilies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and I know there's some I missed in there. Dragon fruit, I just don't know. Anyway, that's my new compost pile back there. Butterfly vine is all taking off again. This side down here, let's see, this is, so my plan is, let's see if we can show. So you walk through this arch, and my plan is that this weeping callistemon will create sort of an extension of the arch, the vibe it'll give. As you can see, that's all coming back again. The native violets have really taken a beating, and there's heaps of that dichondria or something under there, so we've got to actually get under there and clean all that out. That's more weeds, but the dog's balls are doing super well in there, as straggly as they look. The gorgeous Spirit of the Anzacs is going great. We've got 2 lemons still waiting to be picked over here, and 1 up in there. And we did pick 1 yesterday. Although I think I'm gonna have to just, there's no fruit on the upper bits. Maybe I can just cut that without waiting for the fruit to be done. This guy has certainly taken off. Now he's going to have to go around the other side so you can see. So since this has got more sun with the mulberries gone, he has absolutely taken off. Some horrible vine growing up there again. All of my Dianella are doing this lay over flat thing. I don't know if I chop them all back to ground height and let them shoot up again or what, or if it's my dogs trooping through there, because like, he's not smart, but he's not afraid of anything either, so he goes everywhere. As you see, I still haven't pulled out this mulberry because if it's green and growing, I find that really hard to do. Down here, I did get some mulch through here, so my rain lilies, Zephyr something. Anyway, so they're all separate and looking lovely, and there's some rattle pods through there as well. Curry tree is just doing its little thing. This one's orchid, looking beautiful. And look, here is the funny thing. How is it growing? Who knows? But we have a little volunteer tomato there. We have another volunteer tomato here. We found the most enormous black what's the family? Nightshade, black nightshade, and had to pull that out, so that wasn't good. We finally, there's quotes for getting this fence not repaired, ripped out and replaced. Now, this new growth here, let's see if I can hold it still. What makes that fluffy gross. Looks like someone's like put a spit on it. It's disgusting. I don't know, but it's all on this poor struggling little callistemon here. Actually, that might be a melaleuca, that one. Okay. The walking iris is still there. Ground orchid is still in there, though you can't see it. Let's see what we can do. Orchid number 1 from my friend. This is my orchid number 2. It's actually my first orchid. I really need to figure out a better solution for it, but I don't want to pull it down because it's just so happy there, even if it's not giving me any fruit. Galangal is going great over here. Then these are all the tubs of dirt that need to be re-energized. I don't know. So they're basically lifeless dirt now because that's what all the turmeric and ginger was growing in. So this won't grow anything unless we give it a lot of nutrients. And I've just spotted there's another deadly nightshade there. That better not be anyone up in my garden bed. Okay, and then my Atherton raspberry is looking beautiful, growing beautifully. We're getting some of the older leaves are dying off, but it's doing great. My beans need to get ripped out. They are finished. They're not putting out any healthy beans anymore. Time to just pull it all out and plant some fresh ones. This little edge here is doing beautifully. And there's so much new growth on the strawberry, on that strawberry. That strawberry back there, I think he needs more sun. And then down here, I won't walk down there. I've just half dismantled and started to empty one garden bed. The next one I've started to empty. The next one still covered in ferns. And you can see my tree lettuce poking up the top there. It's grown about a foot in the last week. Then Pentas is going beautifully. We've used a whole bunch of flowers off it because they're edible, for a cake we made. These roses, we've picked all the roses off them. They're looking beautiful. This, so much new growth on this grevillea. I'm loving it. Now this is the real star. These beautiful cosmos just finally have some cosmos colours that are not orange. I can't remember what that one's called. Swan River Daisy has just finished flowering. Now my little flowering Society Garlic edge is looking beautiful. Yeah, I can see this one's tag. Brachyscome. So this is the miniature Brachyscome, and that one there is the bigger one. They're both the same colour though. More of these gorgeous cosmos colours. And then the plumbago is flowering again. No fruit on the miracle berry at the moment though. I don't know if you can see it there. Looks like there will be soon. Roses. His roses are going great. Going okay. This one here, he struck 2 cuttings. I don't know, they just did really, really well. Put out heaps of new shoots and looked amazing, and then just died. This one here has lovely new growth on it, but also a whole bunch of, I don't know if it's diseased or if it's been eaten. Anyway, and I've moved his Valencia orange over here, hoping that it will be a little bit happier here. although it looks like it's got some little branches coming out of its rootstock there, so we might have to chop them off. So then there's the, so if you see this pot here and follow that up, that is starfruit that is growing. We've had a lot of flowers but never any fruit off it. All the next round of the cosmos, the orange cosmos, and then we've got some more volunteer tomatoes here. There we go. I think this might be a cherry variety. It's got some fruit on it. I'm not bagging these ones. I figure we'll see how we go. Looks like that one needs its bottom leaves chopped off because it's struggling a little bit. But there's actually 2 or 3 plants in there, so we might need to pull one out so enough air gets through. And then we are back to the pumpkins. So it's not neat and tidy, it's not beautiful, but it's productive-ish and it's bringing me joy. So there's a little garden tour. Okay, we're going to get rid of some of this. They can rot down in the soil. And then go straight into this little, oh, it doesn't want to open. How does the bandicoot get this open when I can't? There we go. Straight in our little compost pot. And then, oh, I'm going to say, that's maybe my one remaining leek. I don't think my leek farming days are going to threaten anyone's industry. Oh, that's not good. That's been eaten. I'll get rid of that. Anything that's touching the ground comes off. Now here, I was going to put in these 2 petunias that my sister-in-law gave me, but let's zoom in a little bit. Oh. Look at this. I don't know what these shoots are, but considering I spread 1,000,000 seeds in here, we might be having some success. So, I don't know. I better trim off. Let's go back to a reasonable zoom. You can see the dog has, I don't want to disturb that too much. I don't know what to do now. Maybe I should just put the petunias in where those lettuces came from. Let's do that. Let's pull this out. And I don't know, let's see. Okay. Oh no, we've got another leek there, so maybe I can grow 2 leeks in that cosmos bed, not Australia. Okay. There we go. So there's the root of that lettuce there. And I don't want the rock. I want that root to rot down in the soil. Here, pop it in there. There's lettuce leaves and all. There's a hole in the top of that one. Okay. Another little spot here. Oh, see, that's one of the old roots of the lettuce that I left in. There we go. Oh, this tin. Thanks, Jules, for my petunias. I hope they'll be happy there. This poor little guy. Okay, let's... That's the tomatoes that got eaten through. Look how happy they were. And some oranges, the mandarins that had gone bad. Oh, here's what. So this garden has strawflower, Swan River daisy, nasturtium and basil. Forgot I put these labels in. And this garden got basil, echinacea and nasturtium. So there we go. So thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Enjoy your little gardens.